Hello, my name is Visor, and welcome to Game 6 of Game Dev Tycoon. Last episode, we made a pretty successful RPG called Crass Effect. This episode, I want to start developing for the NES, or TES. Additionally, I also want to research a game engine, but I don't quite have enough research points yet. Yes, technically at this point I could make a game engine, but I kind of want to have a few more points to research other topics. So since we can't really do a game engine yet, let's do some other types of research. Now, one game idea that was recommended last time was from Madison DWRD. His game idea involves a game about a small-time fry cook who starts an intergalactic diner. Now, there's a bunch of ways of doing this. We could do this as a puzzle game, fantasy, sci-fi, post-apocalyptic, but I particularly wanted to do it as a UFO game, because honestly, I don't have that many ideas for a UFO game. So of course, that means we need to research UFOs right now. So let's do that. Look at that. Crass Effect, for the first week of sales, was ranked 14. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's develop that game. So, like I said, we're going to do UFO. The genre is going to be strategy. I think it works better as a puzzle game. I don't want to do a simulation game. I think strategy makes more sense. Anyway, on to the title. I think I'm going to call the game Milliways. 10 points if you get that reference. Now let's pick a platform. Now we have a couple possibilities. We could go for the G64 again. After all, the market share isn't terrible. But we do have a lot of cash, and I do want to develop for the TES for a while. I mean, it's the system I owned when I was a kid, so I think we could do, 5 games on it. The licensing cost would be totally worth it. Yes. All right, we're ready to go. Now, I think since this is a TES game, it has to be a 2D graphics game. No one does text games on the NES. All right. So this industry report basically talks about how different platforms are liked by different demographics. Like maybe kids like the NES more than adults do. So now we can research target audience, which will be something I'll use for my next game. Anyway, so this is a strategy game. I want to say engine with a smaller focus on story and quests. I'm sure that stuff is important, but when I think of a strategy game, I always think of something with a sort of a complex engine in the background, doing all the number crunching and handling all the simulations. Actually, no, that sounds like a simulation game. Whatever, I'm sticking to it, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so for a strategy game, what do you guys think the balance between design and technology should be? I mean, I don't think it's going to be as high as an RPG, but I would think the design should still outweigh the technology. Because it seems like a strategy game is fun if the mechanics are fun, not if the game has fancy graphics. At least that's how I think about it. I don't know. Now, as a strategy game, I think artificial intelligence should be pretty good. Level design's important, dialogue not so much. Very few bugs so far. That's kind of weird. I'm actually not sure how bugs are calculated. Alright, looking good. Now for the last bit. I don't think sound is that important. Graphics, I would think... I don't know. I mean, realistically, I don't think either of these are important, but I think I should have at least 2 of these maxed out. So we're going to go with world design and graphics. Alright, so this is industry news about Vena putting out a system soon. It's basically the Sega of this universe. Yeah, this is a pretty good mix. Let's see what happens. We definitely had a new record for technology. It looks like strategy and UFO is also a great combo. That's pretty awesome. So let's see what our reviews are like. Not bad, not bad. I don't think it's gonna be as good as our previous game, it seems like. Really? Their focus on graphics served this game very well. But do you think graphics is important for a strategy game? I wouldn't. So it comes back to the original question, are these comments actually useful? Fuck if I know. Anyway, let's go see our sales numbers. Alright, so this game did not do nearly as well as Crass Effect. In terms of our score, you're actually 0.75 lower than the last game. That might have made a big difference. And our top sales rank is 46 as opposed to the 14 of Crass Effect. And overall, we only made half the profit of Crass Effect, though it is still a profit. Probably. You have to remember, the cost does not include the licensing fee. So really, you gotta take 80K out of our profit. Plus, then you gotta cover the cost for housing and stuff. So we might not have actually made any profit at all. Still, we didn't lose money, we got some experience on the TES. Next episode, we'll make a better game. Additionally, next episode is going to be the episode with the big bet, and since I didn't get any suggestions yet, I decided to make my own. So that should be interesting. Until then, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.